has felt heavy or too fast or simply a little too full, come and spend a few quiet days with me. For the past few months, life has asked a little more of me than usual. There have been goals to work towards, responsibilities to carry, and days when my thoughts seemed determined to stay one step ahead of me. Many of the quiet routines that usually shape my days slipped gently into the background. I've done all I can now, and whatever comes next, I leave in the Lord's hands. For the next couple of days, I'm allowing myself to exhale, to slow down, to notice the beauty of summer, and to return to the ordinary rhythms that help me feel at home in the world. Welcome to my little corner of quiet. I had given up on these tomatoes growing at all. I even went to the garden center to get some seedlings. As I've said before, gardening teaches patience. I just had to wait a little longer. The last time I shared the allotment, these beds were mostly bare soil and hopeful plants. Much of what I imagined for the season still existed only in my head. Today, the Brassicas are finally going down. A lot can change in a few short months. Summer arrived whether I was watching for it or not. There's something reassuring about that. Not everything depends on us. So much of life is spent looking towards the next milestone. We tell ourselves we'll rest when we get there. We'll sit in the garden when things are less heavy. We'll read that book when life slows down. We'll make time for the things we enjoy once everything else is done. But perhaps life isn't waiting for us on the other side of the next goal. Perhaps it's here, in this moment, in this cup of tea, these summer evenings, in the ordinary moments we almost overlook. Growth meets us here. The allotment reminds me that not all growth is visible from day to day. Sometimes the changes are so gradual, we barely notice them until we stop and look back. Perhaps life is a little like that too. One of my favorite ordinary things is walking into town. The route takes me past beautiful gardens and some of my favorite buildings. It reminds me just how much beauty there is in the city I call home. This time the walk took me to Primark. I love browsing browsing the aisles to see what's new for the season and taking it all in. I have no shopping list, just looking. Blue and white seems to be everywhere this summer. I've always loved that classic cottage look. It's one of the styles that feel calm rather than trendy. This is one of the most realistic tulips that I've seen. They are so floppy and just look real, even the way they move and the way they would sit in your vase. They're £7 for this bunch. Gardening is always teaching me something. This time it was the mustard greens. We enjoyed a few leaves in our salads before the warm weather encouraged them to flower. So rather than fighting, we'll simply sow another batch in August. That's the lovely thing about gardening. There's nearly always another chance. On the other hand, the tomatoes will be more than happy to take over this space.
What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope. Fill my head with roses. I can't help but dream away. Standing on a field with you and flowers everywhere. Maybe there is a star with your name. One thing I know is that there should be. There is no one who has a heart as pure, no, not like yours.
As I look ahead to the rest of summer, I'm grateful for the lessons of the past few months. I will let life unfold, not rushed or forced, just one day at a time. I'm looking forward to slower mornings, time spent in the garden, walks, and all the simple joys that summer is yet to bring. And I'm grateful that I'll be able to share them with you once again. Thank you for spending a quiet time with me. If you enjoyed it, you're always welcome to subscribe. Until next time, this is Lindy.